Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Groupup Podcast. My name is Ozdragon, and on today's episode, we have a full-time worker, full-time father, and part-time streamer. That's right, it's Albytross25. Hopefully, you guys get around him and support him. He's an amazing content creator from the Groupup community. Hopefully, you enjoy this episode of the Groupup Podcast. Thank you very much for all the support that you've been giving lately. And we also have a couple of little announcements within the video, so stay tuned for those. Thank you very much for watching, listening, and if you do enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we shall see you again very soon. Thank you very much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Groupup Podcast. My name is Ozdragon, and today, joining me is Albytross. How you doing, Alby?
I'm doing good, thanks, Oz. Yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad. A little bit underprepared for this episode, not gonna lie. As you can probably tell, 30-minute delay trying to call you, so I do apologize about that.
It's all good. That's it, Pokemon.
Yeah. So I was out playing Pokemon Go with a couple of friends just a bit before, and didn't get home till a bit late. And then I had to, try and think of a couple more questions because I only had about half a page full of questions. So, but I don't know. We'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, you're gonna hit me with the hard ones, aren't you?
Look, no spoilers.
Yeah, well, I'm Alby. The online channel's Albytross25. Been streaming probably for about 12 months seriously now. So, it's a little hobby, full-time worker, full-time dad, part-time streamer, as you put it on the Twitter, which describes it perfectly. Yeah, I just stream as a hobby. I enjoy it, chatting with viewers, playing games. Why not? Put together something and let's just go for it.
Yeah.
That's what I set out to do, and still doing it, still loving it. Mm-hmm. It's great fun. So, yeah.
No, that's
hopefully
awesome.
Get to do this more and more.
Yeah, no, you've been a pretty big supporter in the Groupup community and supporting the other members that we've got in there as well, which is really nice to see. So what really got you into streaming in the first place? What kick-started that motivation?
I don't really know. I've met a couple people, friends of friends, that were playing. I think it was Rainbow Six Siege at the time, and we were talking, we were playing games, we were doing all the usual stuff, and they said, "Oh yeah, I stream on Twitch." So I just sort of thought, "Oh, let's download Twitch and give it a go." And really liked what they were doing, how they were communicating with people in chat, and it was like it took gaming to the next level. It was just, I don't know how to explain it, made it more sociable, made it more, not that it's not enjoyable playing with your mates, but there was just, learning new things about stuff, talking to new people, and I sort of watched them do it and thought, and why not? Let's just give it a go. And it started off really, really bad. I probably joined Twitch 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just delved straight into a stream. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yep.
Didn't research anything. It was, a big failure, And then I might have streamed I don't know, once every 4 months, something like that, recorded a little bit. It wasn't until 12 months ago that, things really took off when I sort of set a schedule and started trying, researching, watching videos, doing all that. And but it all started just because I watched a couple people and liked what they did and thought, hell, let's give it a go. I mean, if it fails, it fails. If it keeps going, it keeps going.
Yeah,
that's where I've gotten to now.
No, that's awesome. So going back to when you first started off, what advice, where you are now, what advice would you tell yourself that's just starting off?
Don't be so anxious to do it and research. Just if there's something you're not sure about or a setting you're not sure about, just whack it in Google give it a search, and there's so many tutorials and help videos out there. Just do your research, because it it made the difference completely. Like, I can't even begin to describe where I think I would be if I didn't do that. So just research. That's my big hot tip.
I can definitely get behind that kind of message. When I first started off, probably 4 years ago now, I think it was, when I first started my first stream. CSGO was my first game, and jumped in and literally didn't really know what I was doing. And just like over the years, gradually you watch more streams, you get advice from people, you meet new people, and it just progresses and snowballs from there pretty much. And you just get better. Like it's like anything really. It's like a job, you start off not knowing much, and then by a year or 2 or 3 later, all of a sudden you pretty much know everything that there is, and then people are looking up to you and asking you for advice, which is a lot of, you see that a lot in communities, such as like,
why are you asking me? I don't know.
Like exactly. Like I had people come into like my streams and stuff and be like, how do I start streaming? And I'm just like just give it a go. I don't know, like
that's the best way. You give it a go if you like it.
It's like, I'm only a small streamer, but
that's it.
But I think like everybody has their own spin on things. Like, you're never gonna find like a stream that is exactly the same kind of thing, so you obviously just want to put your own little spin on there. Oh, you do find people that are doing the same thing?
Heaps of people, I think, look towards those huge big name streamers and just try and copy what they do.
Yeah, probably. I did see a Dr. Disrespect lookalike kind of thing going on when he got banned off Twitch recently, and I was just
Everyone just tried to get their handle mullet and mustache. Let's do this.
And I'm just like, why not just be original? Like,
exactly. If you can't come up with something original, just be yourself. You don't have to be a character. People love that, but do something that you want to do. Don't copy someone else because they had success. Be true to yourself. That's I think the main thing.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely be true to yourself, and definitely be yourself, but just have that like little kind of your own take and own spin on streaming, I guess. So it's just like a way to engage or be more engaging and more entertaining, I suppose. Because you don't want to be that kind of person that's just like there and not talking the chat, or just playing games and not doing much kind of thing.
That's I think the hardest point for streaming. Be entertaining. I think a lot of people that are new to it are like, how the hell do you do that? How the hell do you sit there and be entertaining? Especially when you first start and no one's talking in chat, and you're like, well, what do I talk about? What do I do? That's, I think, to find those people that you're entertaining too. That's, I suppose, the hardest thing. But once you do, that's where you truly like flourish. That's I think the best thing.
I think the best advice that I was given when I first started is that when you're streaming, literally just never stop talking for the whole time that you're streaming. Doesn't matter if you've got 0 views in there. If somebody clicks on your stream and you're not talking, they're more than likely going to exit out. Whereas if you're talking about, literally, you could be talking about gameplay, or you could have friends in the voice chat or something. If you're talking, they are going to feel more engaged and more welcome, and feel like they want to be in this kind of stream, I guess.
For sure.
And
that's, I think, that clear, I guess, separation between a YouTube video and Twitch, because you watch YouTube to learn something, to have that entertainment value where you just watch. But Twitch, it's for me, it's more about that community
Mm.
I don't know how to explain all that togetherness. You want to be there for the social aspect.
Yeah, yep.
And if you're watching someone that's just sitting there playing a game, kind of like, hi, I'm here too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's that hard thing. But some people get it, some people don't.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get it in their own time.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got to take their own path.
Yeah. Way too much Minecraft and Valorant at the moment. Yeah, it's because my gaming time's so little. Because as we mentioned before, full-time worker, full-time dad. I only play games twice a week, Wednesday nights and Sunday nights, or like switch it around here and there.
Yep.
So my game library is huge. Well, not huge. To some people, it's going to be like, oh wow, you got 70 games, but
yeah.
For someone like me, that's huge because I only get 1 or 2 games in over the months. Yeah, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege for a long time. I will have to hit you up to get back into that.
Yeah.
But then it got way too toxic and way too sweaty all the time. You just wanted to chill. So
yeah. I definitely feel that.
Yeah. It's just one of those games. Yeah, got into Minecraft. It was nice and very nice and chilled out, and you just got to build some stuff and go exploring, and it was great doing that with mates. And it was more so just running around together, giving each other shit. It was good.
Yeah.
And then Valorant's like that hot new thing. Everyone I know has been playing it, so it's been great. And I'm not too bad at it, so it's been good getting a few MVPs and
that's
wrecking,
good.
And then you enjoy it. You think you sort of top stuff, and then you go in and you get like 30 kills against you, and you're just like, no, back to the bottom.
Back to Minecraft.
Back to Minecraft.
I'm not dealing with this today.
That's the beauty of it, because the games only last, like, if you're playing Spike Rush and Valorant, if you get owned completely, it's over in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Be like, nope, I've had enough tears today. I'm gonna go build some blocks. So
yeah, I feel like I'm definitely the same with my first person shooters. So like CS:GO and Rainbow Six, it's just like, you get to a point where it's like really good, and then all of a sudden it's just like you drop off, and it's just like, I really don't want to play this anymore, otherwise I'm gonna smash my computer or something. And so you just like play a real chill game like Minecraft, or in my case I'm back playing old school RuneScape. So it's just it's just like a real, you just want to be in this chill out zone where you can like, play a game and just chill out to music or watch Netflix on the side kind of thing.
Yeah, just something to bring that heart rate down.
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been playing old school RuneScape for?
Oh, geez. My first account that I had on there was 07. And yeah, I was stupid enough to switch that over to RuneScape 3 when that came, and then my mate told me that old school RuneScape was still a thing, and I cried a little inside because because I couldn't put my account back to old school RuneScape once it's on RuneScape 3. So yeah, since then I've made like a couple of accounts, but I've got one at the moment which I'm grinding on, doing a lot of mining at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, so
because I had a mate from work was like, yeah, try old school RuneScape, and I downloaded it and just like opened it up, and I just thought, yeah, this isn't for me.
Yeah,
this is too old school.
Yeah, I feel like the only people that really play old school RuneScape are people that were there when it originally came out. Pretty much, it's like it's like World of Warcraft and Classic WoW. How a lot of people went back to Classic WoW because they preferred that.
Diehard fans.
Yeah, the diehard fans, pretty much. So I feel like that's it's obviously not for everybody kind of thing, but yeah.
hear those tough questions. From, I gotta say, like, probably the biggest success streaming wise, like entertainment wise, like, because I'm only an itty bitty streamer, like, because I think the time I get to put in, I haven't seen that substantial growth, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I finally hit the 100 follower mark this year, 2020, so it's been good.
Awesome.
Well, I think pretty sure it was 2020. My memory is so bad. But then outside of the streaming world, my wife and I have hopefully scored a brand new house. So
That's
we're looking
awesome.
at building a house, and it's a very stressful time at the moment.
I reckon.
And, it has been a roller coaster ride already. It's like we just want to know if we can. So we put deposits down. We've done all that. Now we're just playing the waiting game.
No, it's awesome. Hopefully it goes ahead then.
I bloody hope so. The best thing about it will be an actual studio room. So fingers crossed. And looking at Demoski in his little setup and stuff that he's going to do in the brand new house, it's like, I want that. I want that so bad. Because at the moment, you can't see I've got the green screen set up behind me, but I'm out in the lounge room. That's where my computer's set up.
Yep.
So I can't do anything during the day or anything. If I drop this green screen, there's a TV and a clothesline behind me, and it's not real good viewing experience for people watching. So they whacked together this $20 green screen with some stuff from Spotlight and a scrap piece of wood to block all of that out.
Yeah, if it works.
And then look, that's it. If it's stupid and it works, it's not so stupid.
Exactly.
But yeah, biggest failure. That's what we were talking about before. I almost feel bad saying it because 2020 has been bad for everyone, but nothing really. I wouldn't call anything a failure that's happened. And I think a lot of people hate it because I tend to be pretty positive about stuff. So even if something that was a failure to someone else, I'd look at it not in that manner. Yeah, I just suppose I've probably failed at a lot of things, but I look at them as a way to learn and move forwards. So
wise words.
Yeah, I suppose. I think it's just the mentality I've always had, like, learn and don't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing's really jumping out at me as a huge failure, so I can't really answer that question.
No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. I mean, really, there's like no wrong answers there, to be honest, because who else is really going to know? Like, it's a question. Yeah.
My Lamborghini, and people would be like, "What?"
Exactly.
I'm probably too honest sometimes as well. That's probably one of my downfalls.
What do you enjoy about it so much? If you actually do enjoy it, I don't know, you might not.
I wouldn't be here doing this if I didn't enjoy it. Now this is where my bad memory comes into part again, because I cannot remember which one introduced me to Groupup. It was either the good old Soviet Bobo or the wonderful Integrity.
Yes.
I know. I was playing Siege with one of those two, and they're like, "Hey, you should check out this awesome group." So I can't remember. Maybe we were in a game against Darksider and Aussie Blackbeard, and then that got it started. So they sent me a Discord invite, and I joined. And I don't know. You've been a part of Groupup, like you made Groupup, so you might not have had this feeling, but when you join a group and straight off the bat you're like, this feels like home. Like, just as soon as that welcome message popped up and everyone just said, "Oh, welcome to the group," and talk a bit about yourself, and everyone just chats so freely there, and everyone's so supportive, and I don't know, you could not say a bad thing about Groupup.
Make me cry, mate.
That's it. But yeah, you guys, you and the mod team and the admin team have done a fantastic bloody job. So I know I haven't been in there anywhere near as long as the rest of yous, but no, it's a great place to be. It's a real community, and that's what I was saying before. Like that's the whole reason what got me into streaming was to be in these communities and be more sociable with people. So
yeah,
it's Groupup's a great thing. So congrats.
No, far out. Like, I don't know, I wasn't expecting such a heartwarming response, to be honest, man.
That's well, yeah.
No, I really do appreciate
like I said,
all the kind words.
I'm pretty honest, so
yeah, I feel like it's
genuine.
But yeah, like you said, Groupup, even though I created it, I'm not really the person that I don't really see myself as the person in charge or anything like that. Like, I still see myself as, an equal within the community, really, because like you said, literally everybody in there, well, most people in there are so welcoming. Like you said, it wasn't just the staff team that welcomed you in, it was people actually in the community that, welcomed you in and all that kind of stuff. And, it's what we really like to see. A lot of our members just like supporting one another and growing and connecting with each other and like making new friends. Like, I'm sure that you've made a lot of new friends with like Bobo and Integrity and
for sure.
And yeah, like, I don't know. That's just what we've set out to be like, and yeah, it's grown from there, really.
Like I said, you've done a fantastic job, because it's not just streamers. There's people that upload to YouTube. There's the awesome artists that upload and that. I get so jealous of some of the art that gets uploaded.
Yeah, same.
I wish I could do
that. I just like to look at like Innovates his art, and Ellie Grace is another one, and I just like look at that and I'm just like
damn.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
I'm like, you probably pump that out in like 30 minutes an hour. For me, that would probably take like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I need a year of like uni art courses.
Yeah,
my look order is good.
But yeah, I don't know. We're just like, we're so lucky to have such a great community and people from around the globe as well, which is, another thing that we set out to be, is that we wanted to be heavily Australian based, and obviously it is because we just have so many connections in Australia, but slowly we're branching out to like different countries and other people around the globe are inviting other people and all that kind of thing. So it's good to see and to have those connections in different countries.
That's the
what
amazing
we're
thing
all about.
Groupup, it doesn't have borders, it doesn't have politics, it doesn't have race or gender. It's just we're all in it together. That's, I think, the thing that I love the most. That, I mean, as far as I know, Groupup's never had an issue with anything like that, and I think everyone speaks their open mind, but everyone's there for one another.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's bloody fantastic work, Oz.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think somebody said in one of the previous episodes that they felt that a lot of other communities, or not so much like communities, but like teams and orgs and all that kind of stuff, have like set roles and like ranks. So there's people that are like up the top and people down below, but they feel like Groupup is just like everybody's just like equal, really.
Yeah, and that's, like I said before, as soon as I came in and like everyone says welcome, I still get people in the odd stream come in and I recognize their name from the server, and some other groups that I've sort of been a part of and have left, it's like you join, they want you to follow them, they want you to watch them, but they never return the favor. And not that it's a favor, but you just feel like you're there to be used. You're just another number. Whereas Groupup was never like that.
We when I first started the community, it was solely based on supporting people. I didn't care if people didn't want to support me personally back. I don't really want support back, to be honest. Like, I just want to give the support to other people and be like, take it. But
I don't want to.
But yeah, no, like I've been accused of just creating the Groupup community just for my own benefits, just to benefit myself, and I'm sitting there like, no, like you're a joke. Like,
what have I benefited?
Like, how could I have done this to benefit myself at all? Like, I don't put my name towards anything. It's all, strictly that we shout out other people. Like, yeah, it's
so
just...
that's the perfect time. So in the YouTube clip, you bring up a big, like, made by Ozdragon.
So go subscribe to me on this, follow me on this. But no, I don't really like to, promote myself in the Groupup community. Like, my Groupup community and my personal, socials and stuff is, kind of linked but separate kind of thing, Like, obviously, I just don't like...
That's why it's good, because then your success is your own.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't expect everybody or anybody for a fact in the Groupup community to follow me. I don't care if they don't follow me, as long as they're in the community and supporting other people, or doing their own thing in the community, then they're more than welcome to be in there.
That's it.
Yeah. G'day listeners, it's Ozdragon from the future. I just wanted to put this little announcement in the video that previously we had our creative competition, and our winner of that competition, Zunicorn, was able to put her design on our merch line. And thank you very much to Custom Creator Gear for setting this up. We have an awesome merch line available for you guys to go and buy. We have shirts, hoodies, a cup, and a pillowcase, I believe. Awesome stuff for you guys to go and buy, and all proceeds of the merch will be going towards a charity that Zunicorn picked herself. So go over there, check it out. If you like something that you see, make sure to go and buy it, and it is going towards a great cause. Thank you very much for listening, and we're going back to the podcast. Alright, let's move on to some more hard-hitting questions, as you were saying.
So that's for some games. So I don't get to play many single-player games, or story-driven games, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
For them, I know there's a couple people in Groupup that do stream them, but for me personally, if I'm going in to play a story-driven game, I want to be, just in the zone. I don't want any interruptions. I want to enjoy every pixel, every little piece of audio that's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great to share that with people as well, but I think, I would rather do that and commentate and put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think, when it comes to streaming, for me personally, it's the multiplayer games. You're already playing with mates or other people, and you want to share the banter and the laughs with others as well.
Yep.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's fine.
It's that hard thing that you've got to find that balance for it yourself. And like I said, for me, it's just it's sharing all those moments that you have with your mates with everyone else, as long as they want to see it. If they don't, they'll just hit that little red X and you'll be out of their lives forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like, what you're saying is pretty much true. Like, I've streamed both multiplayer and single player games, and even though I've streamed single player games, and like you said, you feel like you want to get like more immersed in them if you're not streaming them. There was one game that I streamed, which was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I got immersed into that like so much. Even though that I had chat there with me and was streaming it, I got so immersed into that like half the time I was actually like forgot about chat as well. So there's also that side of things where you're just like so immersed that you Yeah, you just like forget about
comes through.
yeah, you're actually you're just like, oh shit, I'm actually streaming. Oh, there's like 50 messages there, and you're like,
hey guys.
shit. But yeah, like multiplayer games, like you said, it's pretty much there to like share with your mates, kind of thing. Really, yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing better than, for me, because majority of the time it's like a first-person shooter or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you get like in Siege the Ace or in Valorant like a multi-headshot or something like that, and you have chat go off.
Yeah.
It's like,
yep.
Yeah, people know I'm not a noob. It's great.
And then you go back and clip it and then use it for like the next year and be like, I did this.
And then every game you play with all the new followers and you just suck. And they're like, were you hacking? It's like, no, it's that's just my gameplay. It's all just flukes.
Yeah.
That's that hard thing as well. Like back to the question about how it can affect it, having chat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing those really close matches, and because I've got the second monitor here next to me, I can see in the corner of my eye chat scrolling through.
Yep.
It's like you say, just wait. Just give me a sec. I just need to clutch this. And,
yeah.
and then you die, and you're just like, damn it, chat, that's your fault. No. You'd never actually play chat.
Yeah.
It's just my shitty game.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely the same with like single player games as well. Like I said, you just like get immersed, and then like especially on like cutscenes or something, you just like you don't want to talk over the cutscenes. And it's just like I just want to listen. But there's also
music.
There's also okay, so Escape from Tarkov is like a pretty big game at the moment, and there's a way to integrate a bitbot thing in with that, which I've seen a couple of streamers do. And what it does is that the chat can donate you bits, and then in game it will say like somebody donates 500 bits. It could alt tab you out of the game while you're playing Escape from Tarkov. So, or you might donate 50 bits, and then that makes the in-game player throw a grenade like at their feet or something stupid like that. So that's like another way to integrate like the chat. Like obviously you're not going to get that if you're not streaming. So it's kind of like a fun interactive kind of thing with your community, which is
everyone else that's playing the game that isn't streaming just sees this random dude drop a grenade. What's he doing?
Some dude just doing like 360 shooting up in the air.
But I mean, isn't that game like I've never played Escape from Tarkov, but isn't that game incredibly hard already? Twitch or Amazon are just like, we're going to make it harder.
Yeah, I believe I haven't played it myself either. From what I've seen, if you don't know like the basics on how to start like the extraction zones and what to do when you're in there, or if you don't have somebody that knows how to play with you, then you're pretty much doomed. Really, from the start. Yeah, it's pretty much like you have to have that research before you start the game.
Yeah. That's it. Research.
Exactly.
I still remember like battle royales aren't really my thing, but first time a mate was like, play PUBG, and parachuting in I think my very first game, and you get killed before you've even hit the ground. It's like, what? Is this seriously? Is this the game? So I imagine if I ever do play Escape from Tarkov, it's just going to be like that. 30 seconds into however it starts, and I'm dead.
Yeah, I feel like I mean it is possible depending how close you are at like spawning points kind of thing, because I've seen people in streams just all of a sudden spawn in, run like 10 meters, and then just like drop dead. But
that's quality entertainment.
I mean, I'd be so peed off as well, because like some of the wait times for that game can be like upwards of like 10-20 minutes just to get into a game.
Really? Jesus.
Especially at like more like clustered times, like when everybody's home from work kind of thing. So yeah.
I start to get salty if like Valorant takes more than 3 minutes. I would feel there is so many answers to that, because everyone wants to they have that idea of a sequel or a remaster that would be fantastic. But
Yeah.
I mean, my answer is kind of bad, I suppose, because it already has had a remaster. But I would give anything for Metal Gear Solid. I mean, the original Metal Gear Solid from the PlayStation 1, to have that whole game remastered with, say, the Phantom Pain's graphics. That's a single player game I would stream. But I mean, it's only a short game, so I feel like they'd have to add so much more to it. But yeah, I mean, it was already remastered on the GameCube, I think, with Twin Snakes. That was good. That was a great game, but it's not like today's standard of gameplay and even responsiveness in the controller and everything about it. But yeah, if they could remaster and remake Metal Gear Solid, that would be fantastic. Because I know me and a couple mates have been talking about this a lot, and it's sort of hard. It's like a lot of game companies are playing on people's nostalgia to just rehash whatever and get people to play it. Yeah. Like, I was really annoyed. I got Final Fantasy VIII, the remaster, and I saw so many people love it and stuff, but it was literally just a retextured game. I was thinking, I don't even remember how much that was, but it was like, really? Like, you're charging that much for a PlayStation 1 game with updated textures? I could have just installed like a PSX emulator or something.
Yeah.
And modded the file or done something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of dodgy game companies out there that do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Square
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just like, it goes back to what we were saying earlier about like RuneScape. It's just like, that nostalgia kind of thing where it's like, it pretty much has that fan base of, diehard fans kind of thing. And they're like, we know that, well, in their opinion, they're like, we know that these people are going to be suckers and buy it because they love this, So, all we have to do is just get everything from this game and just put better textures on it and sell it for $70.
That's it. Take my money.
Yeah, but the game Crash Team Racing they brought out is kind of like that. You've got like the new textures and everything, but they brought out, because I played on the Switch, they brought out that they've got like monthly challenges and all this kind of stuff. They got new characters, new maps, and competitions and all that kind of thing. You got to have that oldness, nostalgia kind of thing, and then also put a little bit of something new on there. Yeah,
that's it. And then 10 years time, you can make another rehash and just add in some more stuff.
Money.
More money. There's so many games. I look at the Resident Evils; they're all getting remade at the moment. Some people love them, some people hate them. But I think like when it comes to remaking those, you're only looking at the PlayStation 1 era or Nintendo 64.
Yep.
All those games are getting remade where the polygons were terrible and stuff. But yeah, there's those files for those games are so small that you'd think if they're remaking them or even just updating the textures, they would be able to whack on the original game as well. Because like, I know there's a lot of guys that I've sort of talked to, Resident Evil 3, they thought it was a fantastic game, but it felt too different from the original.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, a PlayStation 1 game is what, a gig at most, maybe 500 megs.
Yeah.
Just whack that onto the Blu-ray disc for the PS4 people and let them play the original too. And then if they don't feel like the new game was worth their money, they've got the old game there sitting as well, and they can just sort of swap and change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, there's an idea. All the game companies. Just to remember who
Yeah,
came
there
up with
was the Halo Master Chief collection for PC
yeah.
came out, and they had the new textures and everything on there. But then there was also the option that you could switch back to the old textures in the game, which is pretty cool. That I
Okay.
actually didn't know about until until somebody showed me in their stream, which was pretty cool to watch because they were just like flicking in between the old and new textures. So
Well, that's it. And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to say all these graphics don't look any better, but then when you do switch them back, you're like, oh, holy crap, like they actually do.
Yeah.
So nostalgia's well, our brains are just weird things.
For sure. Alright, listeners, just another quick announcement. Apologies for this, but recently we have joined up with Quantum Energy Drink in their affiliate program, and they've been kind enough to give our community a whopping 10% off any purchase within their shop. Now, if you go over to their shop and you want to buy, say, the berry flavor of their energy drink, which I personally recommend, but their sour apple is also supposedly very nice. I've heard from other people in the community. So if you want to buy one of their energy drinks, you can go over there and use code GROUPUP and you'll be able to save 10%. That's right, 10% off your purchase. Now that is amazing, and thank you very much for Quantum for doing this for our community. I highly recommend that you go over there and purchase one of the energy drinks for yourself and test it, because it is really, really tasty. But that is it for us with announcements. We're going to head right back into the podcast.
I think they do, but it's sort of subjective. I know for me growing up, my parents would always say like, "Oh, you're sitting too close, you'll get square eyes," and or like there was all the you've got to do your homework first before playing and stuff like that. I did pretty good at school. I still played a lot of games in my teens and stuff, and I think now my boy's starting. He's 5. He'll 6 in a couple of weeks actually. He's starting to really get interested in gaming. So until he shows that maturity that it will sort of dictate what he can play, I'll always monitor what he's playing and not so much time him, but when we feel like my wife and I, when we feel like he's had enough, it'll get turned off. And he's very good, but like occasionally there might be a tantrum or this and that. But majority of the time he says like, "Oh, okay," and then goes and does something else. There are kids out there younger than him that would throw like the controller at the TV or smash an Xbox. So I think it's entirely subjective that the parent needs to decide what's best for their child, I suppose. As they grow up, if they're not showing signs of that maturity, don't let you go. Make sure your kids aren't playing games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. Because that can put them in that downward psychological spiral, I suppose. If they do show that maturity, let them play whatever the hell they want. If they can differentiate the difference between the real world and the game world, who cares what they play? It's not going to set the bad example. They've already shown they understand that. But if they can't, I feel that's up to the parents to monitor. But there's too many parents now that just simply don't care. And they're I don't want to make it like too offensive or whatever, but
that's fine.
I hear a lot of other parents out in the media and stuff like that they straight away blame the game. Like, oh, my son did this because the game he played. My daughter was doing this because the game she played. It's like, yeah, but you should have been watching what they were doing. Like, it's your responsibility to raise that human being. So do it. Like, the games can't raise them. You're meant to.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I feel like I've seen some parents like you said, that you just don't really care. It's just like, if the child's misbehaving, they just like shove an iPad in front of them and just like leave them there for 4 hours or whatever, just like and the kid's just there playing video games, where you still have to have that connection with your child somehow. And like you said, you got to monitor it, and it obviously is subjective. Some kids, like you said, might have more tantrums, and some kids might just be fine with getting off. I know that when I was younger, I wasn't too bad when I was first starting off playing PlayStation 2. We'd only have like a couple of hours kind of thing, and it was and then we got like a PC, and it was you could only play on the weekends, like Friday night weekends kind of thing. All through the week it was do your homework, and you can watch television or do something else. But and then if you are on the computer on the weekend, it was like only 2 or 3 hours like at a time. And then you're off kind of thing. But I know that over the years, because we had the same computer for 10 years, so it was like super slow. Where it took like 30 minutes to an hour just to load up the just to upload the window screen. So that wasn't even like playing games or anything. So that's like an hour out of my time already. How I've only got like 2 or 3 hours to play games. That's an hour already just by loading up the computer. and then I'd be playing online games, and then halfway through an online game, my parents would be like, "Well, time's up," and it's like, "But I haven't finished the game." It's like, "No, time's up. You gotta go off." It's like,
just pause it and save it.
And so I feel like that's why I was like, a little bit more angry, and got really annoyed at my parents, because I suppose they didn't really understand at the time. And I don't know, like I suppose like I could have probably dealt with it a little bit better as well, instead of screaming at my parents.
Hindsight's 2020. But yeah, when it comes to the education of the stuff like that, this is advice for any like real young gamers that don't have that. Like, tell your parents that type of stuff, because some of them just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that you can't just turn a game off sometimes. So if you say, speak to them with respect, with manners, and say, it's 5 more minutes, there's a save point, otherwise I just lose everything I've done. I mean, some parents you're never going to get through, because they think gaming's a waste of time anyway. They don't look at it, that it, creates amazing problem-solving skills. It's the social aspect, like that. There's so many different things that people learn from gaming, that it's not just stress relief and stuff like that, but like, talk to your parents as much as parents should have to talk to their kids. Because that's where I think my boy's going to be lucky, because I understand that if he's playing a game, or when he's older, he doesn't do it yet. He's not like owning people in Siege. But yeah, I understand that if he's playing a multiplayer game, dinner's ready, he can't just stop the match. Or at least by the time he's probably doing that shit, there'll be like VR headsets and full VR setups in rooms. So I'll be knocking on the door with my walking stick. But no, it's just talk to each other. That's all I could say. Make it clear.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably what was a bit of a struggle with me growing up, is that communication wasn't really there, and my parents didn't really understand that games and technology that was about, I suppose.
I think there always will be. Not in every community, but people have that tendency to put themselves first. And I shouldn't say a lot, because I don't know, but from my experiences, a lot of the gaming communities out there have that hierarchy that we were talking about before. That they're not in it to bring you up. They say all of that, but they're using people in that community to build themselves that platform.
Yeah.
That's why I think Groupup is special, I suppose, because I feel like no one in it wants that platform. Gamers out there or just people, anyone looking for that social aspect online, find a community that values you as a member and stay there. You don't have to go looking for anything else, because once you feel like you're in the right spot, I mean, as long as I don't know if you can beep this out if you want, but as long as you're not a dickhead, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then again, there are those people out there that will always feel, I suppose, that they'll always feel that no one wants to talk to them. They're always, excluded. I mean, sometimes it's just unfortunate timing. I've felt bad a couple times because we've already been in a 5-stack in a game. Someone comes along and they just happen to always be the last one in.
Yeah.
And so it's not because we don't want to play with you. It's just it's kind of like that first in, best dressed rule.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many aspects when it comes to stuff. Like we were talking about just before, it's all subjective. Like some people could be in Groupup and feel that way. But if they don't speak up and voice that opinion, how's anyone meant to know?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
As long as you're in a mature group of people, they should do anything to not make people feel like that.
Yep.
And if your community doesn't do that, walk straight out the door. You don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy. If you want to find somewhere else, go.
Yep.
Except if you're in Groupup, you have to stay.
Or else.
That's it, or
else. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with pretty much like everything that you said there. Like you said, it is a subjective topic. I feel like in video games, a lot of people can feel excluded, especially if you're bad at a video game. I know through playing like Counter-Strike and Overwatch and whatnot. If you're playing Overwatch and you pick the wrong character, all of a sudden everybody hates you, and it's just like, I just wanted to chill out and play my favorite character. But no, you've got people there that want to bully you because you're playing a certain character that they don't want you to play. Or in CS:GO,
that's because people are just assholes.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if you're in like CS:GO, and you're like bottom fragging or whatever, and you've got like the top fragger saying, oh, like you're shit, or you got the other team saying, oh, you're shit, like you don't even have 5 kills or whatever. I feel like you probably don't feel very included, and that's
not at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's where like gamers have to do a little bit better, and
for sure.
They have to, if somebody's on your team and they're getting picked on by somebody else, tell that other person just to shut the hell up. just be like, this dude's just here to play games and have fun. Like, just leave him alone,
Exactly.
Alright? It doesn't matter if he's
day,
bottom fragging. It doesn't matter if we lose the game. Like, obviously you do want to win, but at the same time, this dude's probably trying his best, or girl is trying to do their best. And you have to make them feel more included. And half the time, if you have that like low morale of people just like always arguing in your games kind of thing, and then all of a sudden you're the person that is just like, all right, have it out, say whatever you want right now, and then we just move on. And from now on, we're just going to be positive. We're going to be doing call outs. We're going to be doing this, doing that. And half the time that you do that, all of a sudden, these people that may have been playing their worst game ever, all of a sudden are just like, top fragging, getting, 3 or 4 kills like every round kind of thing, and everyone is just having more fun and enjoying the game. And I've done that like a few times now, where it's just like, people are just like bombarding these people with just like slamming them about how shit they are and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, all right, just have it out and shut the hell up, because we're just here to play a good game and a fun game, and you're just ruining it for everybody. And half the time they'll be like, all right, fine, and then the other half they're just like, well, no, stuff you, I'm just gonna disconnect, or I'm just gonna sit in spawn and not do anything because you guys are so bad, kind of thing.
They're the real losers. But yeah, online bullying is so prevalent now. And I don't know if it's because, especially in gaming, because there's more people gaming and playing multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Or if there's just a lot more losers that somehow don't fit in with the social cues of everyone else, so they take it out on people they don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm a true believer. You don't know what that person's gone through on the other end of the comm line.
Yeah.
So, and who cares? Like, we were talking about Valorant before. I've MVP'd in Valorant, and I've played a game the next time and dropped a donut.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sucks. But then when you've got some moron that's top fragging, that's only a couple kills in front, dropping every obscenity known to man, and you're like, seriously, dude? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's even worse. You mentioned before, like the female gamers. I was going to say gamer girl, but I suppose that's not really common etiquette.
Yeah.
But some are afraid to even talk in online games.
Yep.
That's a huge problem, especially for such a sociable industry. I mean, what sort of messed up thing is it in online gaming where someone's too afraid to even give a call out because of their sex? And it's like, so I don't know how. I mean, I don't have the answer to that, but somehow we need to weed those people out.
Yep.
And maybe make better reporting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answers to that, but those people are a huge problem to online gaming as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't we all just get along?
Exactly.
Have some fun. Right?
Yeah, I mean, just because somebody's having a bad day doesn't mean they have to take it out on somebody else. And
exactly.
like you were saying with like the, girl, gamer girls, girl gamers, whatever.
We said it as
well. Yeah. With them being afraid to even like voice chat in game, it is pretty much exactly the same with squeakers, like little teenage boys or girls kind of thing. They, as soon as they talk, all of a sudden there's like 20 people being like, oh, you a girl, oh, you're such a squeaker, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's gone from you're bullying somebody on their appearance in real life to all of a sudden being online and bullying somebody who you don't know anything about, what they look like. You only just know what their voice is like, and all of a sudden you're just like hating on them just because of their voice. It's just like, why?
That's that I feel like that's that fine line too, because like integrity. He's only a young guy, but he got all that the squeaker talk in Siege, and it's like even when we're in the 5 stacks, but that's the difference I feel between the bullying and the banter. Because I would hope integrity, if you're watching this, the banter that we used to do in Siege, he knew that he would be there every single game. He was always welcome. And then if we sort of gave him a bit of shit in the voice comms, and then other people started, and it's like, whoa, like, we're friends. We're allowed to say that. You don't even know him, so don't you start.
It's just a bit of banter. Like, just
but that's the thing, knowing someone that shit staring, I suppose. But I don't know, you can tell, like, as soon as someone starts, you can tell if they're messing around or if they're genuinely just hating because someone's got a high-pitched voice. It's like, come on, grow up. Grow the hell up. I mean, it does my head in. Like, people just can't, like, there's no critical thinking. and yeah, I don't know. Maybe it all goes back to the points we said before about the maturity. I mean, I'd love to see a poll on the average sort of maturity levels of the average gamer, but you know, no one would even take a test if they're sitting there, complaining about squeakers.
Guess not. Yeah, God, I don't know. Like I've never really had that kind of issue of being attacked for my voice or anything like that. So I really can't talk too much about that kind of thing. But
neither here. I usually just get, "How old are you?" So I'm old.
Yeah, but I don't know. Somehow we have to change that. And like I said on my, what I've been trying to be more positive on my Twitter and stuff is, because you see so much shit on like Twitter and in video games and stuff. Is that I said, we just have to do better. Obviously, if you see somebody talking crap about somebody else, doesn't matter what sex, color, religion, whatever they are, and who they're attacking, that you have to say something. There's no excuse not to say something again to that person. And if you feel more comfortable in opening up OBS and recording what's going on, to send it to the devs or communities that are in that game or whatever, then do it, because I've seen so many videos online of more so with female gamers that record games of them not even talking, and they say like one thing and all of a sudden they're just getting all these nasty slurs and stuff at them, and they just hit that record button and send it, post it on Twitter and send it to the gaming devs and whatever, and sometimes that player will be banned for their toxicity, which is really good to see. But I don't know, like it just happens way too much that you can't even moderate it really.
No, and I feel like some of the game companies out there need to be a lot harsher with that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
When it comes to the online bullying aspects of anyone, when you ban a player because they're being a sad troll or something like that, majority of the time they just buy another account, go through because their YouTube video got 10 likes, and they just rampantly do it again. I know, I don't know for sure, but Valorant ended up IP banning a lot of the hackers and stuff. And I mean, in the perfect world, that would be what they would do. But I mean, then they'd lose probably 50% of the game base.
Yeah.
That's the sad fact. But yeah, like you said, something needs to be done. I mean, I would love to see in schools that they give an actual lesson on stuff like this, because I'm a true believer that education is sort of like the forefront of most of these problems, that if people actually understood that everything they say and do online can have ramifications, they might stop, a large chunk of them doing it. I mean, look at what happened last week with I don't know, I never followed WoW, but what was his name? Rekful?
Yeah, I didn't follow him either, but I saw the news.
Yeah, but how people can drive that situation to the end like that.
Yeah.
And then you see the day after the news broke, people still making jokes about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, how messed up are we as as humans, that a large proportion of people still find shit like that funny. It's a truly like toxic place of the gaming industry, I suppose. So one day, I don't know if it'll happen in my lifetime, but yeah, like we said before, why can't we all just get along?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, we in I don't know if it was in a tweet or whatever, I can't remember where I said it, but we are pretty much like the pretty much like the leading what's the word for it? God damn it. Like the leading group of people to go into the digital age, and it's us that is molding the way of future generations. Like, how do we want to see the internet and gaming kind of go from here? And what I'm seeing at the moment is that there is just like a lot of negativity. Obviously there is a lot of good stuff, but most of the time I see a lot of negativity, a lot of online bullying, a lot of racial slurs, and on online social media, fights and bullying, to where it can, like you just brought up just before, can cause some major harm in people losing lives, and or like friggin' streaming and people getting swatted and all that kind of stuff. It's just like it's just absolutely crazy, and it's just like if this is how you want to use the internet, don't be so surprised that in 20 years time that it's just going to be absolute chaos, really, because that's where I can see it going.
that's the messed up thing, because at the moment the people in place to change those rules and regulations are like our parents' generations, and they're really going down that track of no free will, like no privacy, everything's got to be tracked. And I don't want to live in a world like that. I mean, it will get to the point where you can't even type something in line without being GPS pinged, without a database knowing exactly who you are and what you said. I think that's, I don't know if you've ever read the book 1989, I think it was, by George Orwell. Awesome. No, fuck. Yeah. I don't even know. But I don't want to live in a world where all privacy is gone. But I mean, if that's the only way to solve that problem, they might look at doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
We need to get on that forefront to just tell those people that, are that small proportion of people, to grow the hell up, stop being a dick, treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
And then it will solve majority of those problems. But perfect world, I can't see it ever happening.
No, I feel like it's just I don't know, like obviously there is the argument of free speech, but at the same time it's just like yes, there is free speech, but there is also just like the option to not be a kid. So
that's the thing. Yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want, but you need to be aware there's still ramifications from what you said.
Exactly.
I think most people quote that free speech like, "Oh, you're taking away my free speech." It's like, no, you're being arrested for being a dick. Like, you can't get away with the things you say just in quote free speech.
Yeah.
But that opens up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what comes from it, and hopefully, more people will be there to support others. And if they, see online bullying and harassment, doesn't matter if it's in game, on social media, or whatever, they, have to speak out about it. Because I know, especially through school, I was bullied. I had friends that were bullied, but I also was the person that would see other people in my class and stuff posting nasty things about others, or saying and doing stuff to other people. I wouldn't speak out about it. And if I was the person that I am now back then, I definitely would have stood up to those people and be like, like this is not right. Because what I know now, and how it impacted some of the people, through depression, and harming themselves and whatnot. I really wish that I could go back and just like do better, I suppose. Like, yeah.
I think we all do. Everyone looks back at, like, especially that time and says, "Oh, what if I did this? Would that have changed that outcome?" But
yeah,
you can't beat yourself up over it, because at that stage you're still learning as much as everyone else is.
Yep.
And everything's running rampant. And I think that's why there's such a huge problem, especially in the gaming industry, because majority of people are teenagers. I mean, for one, they're still trying to find out who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got hormones running rampant in their system. They can't control half the stuff that they say and do. I mean, their brain's not even fully formed yet for half of them. So
yeah.
That's that sad thing. Like, if you could say anything to your previous self, you just say it will get better. But you can't beat yourself up over something that happened years and years ago.
Yeah, and pretty much like like I've learnt from those kind of things. Like it's not a mistake that I've learnt from. It's just like the experience is from it. That obviously, like I said, like those people doing that thing and me knowing about it. Like obviously I'm not as bad as them, but I also didn't help, I suppose, in a way. So now it's just like if I see somebody online that's bullying somebody, I'll be like, I'll step in and say something, especially if that other person doesn't have a voice or isn't confident about speaking back to that person or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We just got to try and do better, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
Gaming community.
If you're leading on the front foot, hopefully people follow your example and speak up when things arise like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's where a lot of the gaming community, or like people around my age now, we're having kids. So hopefully by the time they're teenagers, we can educate them that little bit so that they're not dickheads online. Then hopefully, in 10, 20 years' time, that sort of behaviour is eradicated. But we'll see. Like you said, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's it. It's all about like educating and just being better.
Yep. That's it. Just be better, damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. We've kind of gone over time a little bit, so we'll cut out that.
All the time as well.
Yeah, we'll just cut out that last question that I've written down here. But quickly, do you believe in ghosts, and do you have any ghost stories to tell?
I don't.
You don't?
But purely because I've never had that happen. But so many people have told me just not random stories. I mean, they truly believe it, but orbs floating and people seeing shadows and stuff. But until it happens to me, I mean, I'm a true believer of, if I see something, I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Until it happens, I mean, I'm hoping there's anybody knock down my green screen or something. We shall see. But I doubt it. I don't think any ghost is going to do anything.
Hilarious.
That's it. It took me a while to find that.
No, that's fair enough. I feel like a lot of people that we've had on here, don't believe it until they see it, and like I'm exactly the same kind of thing. With everything, like religion, with ghosts, with friggin' Yeti and Bigfoot and whatnot. I won't believe in it until I see it myself. Like people have different opinions about different things. That's fine, but certain things I'm not going to believe until I see it myself. But I do really enjoy listening to people's storytellings of different things, especially ghost stories. So that's why I bring it up every episode.
I think it's that supernatural thing. Everyone likes that.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, it's that art of fiction until I see that fact in front of me.
Yeah.
And I tell you, after asking that and talking, if I have a nightmare tonight about a ghost, I'm coming after you also.
Shit. So if you don't see me online for the next like 2 weeks or more, then you know what's happened.
Yeah, Alby shit himself and then came after.
Okay, so where can the community find you on social medias? Like,
pretty well, Albytross25. That's along twitch.tv, Albytross25, Instagram, Albytross25, Twitter, Albytross25.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to, well, you know, I say that, but I could be wrong. I'm known to give people the wrong info. But Albytross25, just Google it and you'll see this ugly mug pop up. It'll be good.
I don't know. I wouldn't say ugly, but that's...
Oh, you'll make me blush now.
But yeah, no. At least you've got, you know, a nice simple tag, because I know, especially with myself, a lot of my tags are just different because everybody's taken my friggin' name, and I'm just like,
yeah. So, I wanted to be Albytross, but then I tried Albytross1, that was taken.
Yeah.
By the time I got to Albytross24, I thought, shit, this isn't as original as what I thought.
Then 25 came along and you just like, finally, just went on like all social medias and just claimed it for yourself.
That's it.
And then there's another poor soul that's out there going Albytross24, Albytross25. Oh shit, that one's taken as well.
That's it. I give up now. Just one more number. That's
exactly.
Like 4 hours later, Albytross 1002.
Goodness me. But all right, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of the Groupup Podcast. It's been great to talk to you. Obviously, we are trying to get through members, and it's pretty much just like a podcast to show off our members and for them to express their feelings or thoughts about certain topics. Obviously, there's like no judgment or anything. If somebody disagrees with you, then they're allowed to disagree with you. If somebody...
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, like, I don't know, I've pretty much agreed with you on most things that you've been saying anyway, so but yeah, we really do appreciate all the support that you've been giving in the community, and I know a lot of the other members have been greatly appreciated of, you know, the support and encouragement that you've been putting in there, and we love seeing you interact with other people, and hopefully the community can get behind you now and support you. I know that like you said, you're pretty much like a new streamer, well, not really new, but like a more of a like a I don't know how to say it, but like you've kind of put that scheduling kind of thing at the moment, so
yeah, I'm trying that little bit harder.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope that more people will come and support you now that they know a bit more about you, and you know what you represent, what kind of things you enjoy, what games you are playing and streaming, and yeah, we'll hopefully see a lot more of you in the future in the Groupup community. And yeah, like I said, really do appreciate all the support that you've been throwing in there. And do you have any final words for the podcast?
Thanks for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. You know, look forward to just spending more and more time with you and all the members of Groupup. You're all awesome. Just take care of one another. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm. Don't be a dickhead.
That's it. Famous last words. Just don't be a dickhead.
There you go.
Easy as that.
So thank you very much to everybody that's listening to the Groupup Podcast, episode 6 with Albytross25. Be sure to go and hit him up on social media. All the links will be in the description below. And you've also heard where to find him with his little plug-in there at the end. So go and support him. Absolute legend. Amazing supporter of the Groupup community and the members that we have in there. And thank you very much for listening. Hopefully we will be back next week with episode 7. So stick around for that, and we shall see you again very soon. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Cheers.
Bye-bye.